Hello and welcome to What's New with ESGI. I'm Rochelle Pokorny and today I'm going to be hosting the What's New with ESGI webinar. I am the Director of Account Management and in charge of professional development for ESGI. I'm excited to be with you tonight to share a lot of new things about ESGI, or maybe things you just didn't even know about. But before we get started, let's talk about some webinar tips. For better audio and video quality, close all other applications that you might have open. If you're having any audio or video issues, try refreshing or changing your browser. Today's webinar is going to be interactive. Although everyone is muted, you will be able to interact with the ESGI team by using the question feature that's located on the side of your screen. Find that question box, please, and type where you are from. Wow, it looks like we have people from all over the country joining us, and I'm sure glad that you did today because we're going to talk about some really fun things with ESGI. All right, get ready because you're going to enter an answer in the question box to the next question. People ask us all the time, what does ESGI stand for? Does it stand for excellent stuff Greg invented? Educational software for guiding instruction? Education standards generate insights, or exact strategies for gifted instructors? Go ahead and put your answer in the question box. Look at all of you so smart. The answer is B, educational software for guiding instruction. Now, ESGI helps teachers guide their instruction. The best way to do that is with the item analysis graph. You may have seen the item analysis graph before, but let me show you something new. We have a brand new feature in the item analysis graph that's called Export Details to Excel. Now, you probably know about the bar graph. When you hover over or click on the gray area, you find out who hasn't mastered that uppercase letter or who has not even been tested on that, for the letter C, for instance. But now you can export those details to Excel, so check it out. Teachers like you requested this information. You wanted to see it in a different format, so here you go. We've got the students down the left-hand side. We've got the items across the top, and you can see if it has an X, that child has mastered that particular concept. If it's blank, that means they have not. If it says NT, they haven't even been tested. So that's a neat way that you can see who knows what, and also here at the bottom you can see for that concept the percentage correct. So you can see over here R has 96% correct in this class, so that's pretty cool. But there's two more tabs on this report as well that you might not notice down here. So click on the details, and you get that information in a totally different way. It's lists with student names after it. So these are incorrect for these items here, or correct down here. Now that's super helpful because if you're teaching the letter C, you can just see these kids right here and help them out with the letter C, and you can go across and look at all the information. Pretty cool. But there's one more. Now you can see it in a graph form like this. The difference between this one and the one that you see inside of ESGI is that this one is a complete item analysis graph for uppercase letters. So it's showing all the items on one graph. Let me go back and just show you what I'm talking about. If you're looking at this one, you have to scroll over to see all of them. In the Excel version, you get to see it all in one. So check that out when you have an opportunity. It's Export Details to Excel. All right, let's go back and find out another question. Where was ESGI invented? In a garage in Menlo Park, California, on the beach in Hawaii, in the mind of a genius, or in a kindergarten classroom in Southern California? Be careful because this is a trick question. In a kindergarten classroom in Southern California. You can tell that ESGI was invented by a kindergarten teacher because of its ease of use and all the features relating to what a teacher needs. One of these great features is the parent conferencer. Now you're thinking that's not new, but maybe you haven't really taken full advantage of the parent conferencer. It's right up here. It's in every ESGI account. And when you click on it, you get to do this: add times and days that you want to meet with parents for conference time. You can use the calendar and select days and times. Fill in your grid with as many days and times as you need, and then notice that all your students are here on the class list. It's so easy to schedule parent conferences by clicking and dragging the students. Now, once you have them all scheduled, you click on the student's name. This student here shows the information, and you can say whether you want the parent letter to print in English or Spanish, and where you want the conference, and you can save it and print the conference letter. Now, this conference letter is a very professional looking letter, and this one happened to be in Spanish because I didn't press save. Let's look at this one. There we go. It has your school name, it has your name signing the letter, and it's got the student's name. It's got the day, date, and time, and where the conference will take place and how long it will be. Down here at the bottom, there's a cutoff, and it says, yes, I'll meet with you at this time, or no, these are 3 days and times that work better for me. So the neat thing about that is when that student comes back with the letter and says, my parent can't meet at that time, they can only meet at this other time, you just drag and drop them here, and then tell the child, go to the printer, I'm printing out another conference letter for you, and the child knows it's theirs because it has their name on it. Also, reminders can be sent home the day before. This is just a little third of a page that you can print out for a reminder. In addition, you can print the schedule for the office. It will have the times down here and the dates across the top, and it will have all the kids' names filled in. The reason that's so helpful is because you guys all know that the parents call the office to find out when their conference is scheduled, so the office can have a schedule for your conferences. You can print all the letters at once and all the reminders at once as well. So there's another handy tip: use the parent conferencer. All right, another question. When did ESGI become a company? Was it 2006, 2002, 2013, or 2009? Oh, interesting. So many different answers on this one. Let's see what the real answer is. 2002. Speaking of dates, did you know that you can edit the test session dates or delete a test session? ESGI accounts can be started at any time during the year because you now can add test sessions from the beginning of the year. Did you know that? Let me show you. Anything to do with testing sessions is in the details. So here I've chosen a student and I'm clicking on the details. Now here in this drop-down are all the sessions that were given for uppercase letters for that student. So what I need to do is I can go back, choose one of the testing sessions here, and I can edit it. Now here's where you can edit the date up here. Okay, all you need to do is click Edit Date, and you can actually go back to whenever you want to set it and save it. So here's our test date that we backdated. And you can also edit other things here. While we're here, let's see, you can edit by clicking the Edit button and move things from correct to incorrect or vice versa. You can also delete a whole testing session. Now you might say to yourself, why would I ever want to do that? Well, sometimes you may accidentally click on a student's name and begin testing, and it doesn't belong to that student, so you need to delete that testing session so that it will not hurt the data for the other student. So you can always delete a testing session. If you do that, you can show deleted, and you can also return it back. See how it's gray there? You can also restore it. So don't worry about deleting something because you can always get it back. So there you go. That's just another feature the test session date editor. Okay, let's see what the next one is. What percentage of teachers do you think use ESGI for RTI? The answer is 50%. Now, we gave out a survey in 2017, and 3,000 of you responded. And you told us that teachers are using ESGI data, specifically the test history graph, for many data meetings, including your RTI meetings. So let me show you what your test history graph looks like in case you haven't explored that. So if we look at the history right under the pie chart for a particular student, what we're going to see is a line graph showing each and every time that the child was assessed. If you hover over, you can see the day, date, and time and the score. And it also shows what type of test. If you look here in the key, the upside down triangle represents test incorrect. This type of graph can be saved as a PDF or an Excel file. You can also choose any of the marking periods or times that you would like to get this information. Okay, many of you are experts of ESGI, so tell me, where could you find friends of ESGI tests? Is it in the Test Student Explorer, on the home screen in the Test Explorer, or in your profile? You're all so smart. It is in the Test Explorer. Now, the reason I want to show you the Test Explorer is because we have a Friends of ESGI list that our partners have created, and I wanted to show you the copy test feature because you may or may not be using that, so I wanted to bring that to your attention. So up here in the Test Explorer is everything to do with tests. We have over 700 tests included in ESGI that you can add for free to your account. What you need to do here is you can look at our Friends of ESGI tests first if you want to, because it shows you exactly the types of tests that they've all created. And I just want to bring to your attention, scroll down, because down here at the very bottom are some amazing tests, and I don't want you to miss out on that. So we've added just brand new 3-year-old assessments. Maybe you have preschool and you want to have some 3-year-old assessments, or pre-K or TK. So check out the ones that are down here as well so that you can see them. Once you choose somebody's tests, let's take one of these down here. And let's say you want to look at the colors test, you click on it, and you can preview the test just like the child would see it. Look at the directions here, scroll through the test to see if you like it. And if you like it, there's 3 things you can do. You can star it, which means I want to remember that it's here for later. You can add it as is to your account right here, or one of my favorites is you can copy the test. If you click copy test, you can get an exact copy of this test that you can modify to meet your needs. So if you don't teach the color pink for some reason, you can take the pink question out, or you can add more questions if you'd like. So copy test, one of my favorite features, because we all know as educators, we like to take things that are already created and just kind of make them our own. So use the copy test feature in ESGI. Again, that's in the Test Explorer, and you can customize tests. All right, I hope you're still with me because we've got a couple more questions, and then I'm going to get to some things that are brand new that you're going to love. So in our survey, we ask, where do teachers hear about us for the first time? Is it in blogs, friends, social media, or conferences? Someone said all of the above. Now that was a smart answer. Okay, let's see. Where they hear about us first is conferences. However, a close second was blogs. So you may have heard of us at a conference maybe, and we gave you a demo. And then you got back to your classroom and you thought, where's that support that I need? Because those girls at the conference, they really showed me ESGI well, but now I'm back at my classroom and I need some help. Well, what do you do when you need some help? How about you go to our YouTube channel and check out what we have on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel has lots of playlists. Let me show you that. All right, right here's the playlists and getting started with ESGI. There's quite a few videos. It's got the times over here so you can see how much time it'll take. It won't take any time at all to learn 7 neat things about ESGI, from account setup all the way to all the reports. So again, that's the YouTube ESGI software channel, and click on playlists. Then once you do, go to getting started with ESGI. Now while you're there, check out all the other videos as well, because there's a lot of amazing things there. All right, back to our slides. Let's see. Also, on our survey, we ask, how often do ESGI teachers log in? Think about your own usage and your colleagues. How often do you think people are logging in? Answer is at least once a week. 60% of you said that. ESGI gives teachers the choice when they are logging in and testing students of which testing option works best for them. Now, I hope you're using both of these options, test incorrect, or retest all, or test incorrect only. Let me show you that. So if you've tested a student before and you click test again, what you're going to see are 2 options: test incorrect items or retest all. It just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for mastery of a particular concept, you might choose test incorrect. If you're going for retention, you might retest all. So choose either one to meet your needs, and then you can go through the test. Now, while we're on this testing screen, I just want to point out that we do have the notes section. You can take any kind of notes that you'd like, and you can opt to have those print on the parent letter, or you don't have to. Also on this screen, I want to point out that you can close the test at any time. It updates the pie chart here and on the home screen. So don't forget about the 2 options for testing students. Okay, what you've all been waiting for, new stuff with ESGI. So one of the great new things, if you are an iPad user or a tablet user, and you use ESGI to assess your students, it just got easier. We moved the buttons because teachers had told us it was really difficult to reach across and push the yes or no button. So look at where they are now. They're right here on the side, super easy. Teachers over here, students over here, and you're both happy because the teacher can choose the yes and no buttons. Isn't that neat? Hope you like it. I see in the questions some people really like that one. Something simple, but we listen to teachers and we want to make it easy for you. Okay, also new stuff is new content. I hope you caught some of our Vegas broadcasts, because we announced that Dr. Jean Feldman, the guacamole lady, and Carolyn Kozlowski have launched a new monthly Happies packet, and you can get those if you go to Carolyn Kozlowski's TPT site or Dr. Jean's website, and you can order these, and they are really dedicated to bringing happiness into classrooms. And so they've created these lesson plans for you, 1 per month, and then to top it off, their assessments are now in ESGI. So let me show you where those are. Again, Test Explorer, where you find things about tests, and if you go to the little home and you look up Dr. Jean right here, here are all her assessments. Now notice that they have the month on them, because if you're using her packets, you're going to want to match up the April with the April packet. But you can also just use some of these assessments if you'd like. Like this is a social studies test. We preview it. Talks about the months of the year, and perhaps you do the months of the year. Symbol for St. Patrick's Day. Name something that would make you smile. Oh, that's nice. So if you want to use this test, again, you can add it to your account, copy it, or star it. So that's Dr. Jean and Carolyn Kozlowski's Happy Tests, brand new. Also, coming soon, we have Illinois. Shout out to Illinois teachers. We have any Illinois teachers in the house? I know you give the kids assessments. Well, now we have a partner working on kids-aligned tests in ESGI. That's really going to help you. Soon they are coming. They're being worked on right now, so we hope to get those out very soon. In addition, we have any Indiana teachers. We know that you have standards that you use, of course, and we are making some Indiana standards aligned tests as well. So those are coming, so look for those. If you don't follow us on any social media yet, then you should, because that's where we announce all this stuff that's coming out. And also, I would recommend checking back in your Test Explorer on a regular basis to see what's new. All right, I saw a lot of interest on this on the Facebook page. Grading scales. If you've heard about this or you want to know more about it, here we go. Grading scales will allow teachers to set a scale to assign a grade to a score. Now, why that's so important is because it will really help you with the report cards. This color-coded report is going to help you easily identify the grade. Here's what it looks like, but I'm going to show you how to find it on your own account. It's not turned on for everybody yet, but soon. And by soon, I mean by October 1st, everybody should probably have it in their account. When you log in, you come all the way down here to the bottom. It says Grade Report. Let me show you that. The first thing when you click on it, it's going to ask you to set up some grading scales. Now, don't be nervous about this because it's very easy to change everything about it once you decide what kind of grading scales you want. But let's just begin by clicking the Next and setting up a grading scale. On this page, you choose what kind of grading scale you want. Some use outstanding, satisfactory, needs improvement, or unsatisfactory. You may use one of these other type, or you can create your own. Perhaps you use an A, B, C, D grading scale. But for this purpose, let's just choose the OSNU. When I choose that, it's going to show me the name, the grade, the name that I've assigned to it, and what color I want it to be. You can change all of these things. I'm going to leave them these colors and these names, and I'm going to show you when I click Next what happens. I can change the different percentages to represent each grade if I want, just by clicking Edit. But right now, I'm just going to run the report so you can see what it looks like. This is where the oohs and ahs happen. Okay, so here's all the tests I have: uppercase letters, lowercase sounds, and sight words. You happen to be using seeing an end of the year report. So you see a B for the baseline score, 1, 2, 3, 4 for each marking period. Okay, when you first do this, you'll probably see a B and a 1 because you're the first marking period. Maybe you'll see a 2, but the other columns will appear when your marking periods happen. So here I have all the students, and I have the scores across for that student, and it's easy to tell how that student was doing. So the first student here was unsatisfactory in uppercase letters at the very beginning of the year and made no progress up until the last marking period. So this is just a really neat way to look at your students' scores. And again, it helps you with report cards because when you print this, you'll know to put the U on the report card for the first marking period or the O for this student. Again, you can choose any grade scale that you want. It will accommodate that. This report can be downloaded as a PDF or an Excel file as well. That's awesome. Thank you for saying that you love it. I really think that's going to be so helpful for all teachers. All right, what time is it? Let's see. You're all going to want to know about this. I just want to make sure I have enough time to cover the CMT class management tool. You've probably heard about it because we have had class management tool for a while, but we have new things that are coming with class management tool. What is it? It automates classroom tasks that can be so time-consuming for teachers each week. After loading student names once into CMT or importing from your ESGI account, teachers can easily manage student lists, organize student photos, and print preloaded templates like table nameplates and name writing practice. Let's get ready to see what's new with CMT. Brand new, you can add photos now to all types of lists. And we have a brand new way of capturing those photos using the mobile web app. And I'm going to demonstrate today how to do that. Super simple. You can create nameplates to match your classroom themes. You can print picture cards for students. You can capture photos of students and student work. And you can create all kinds of Avery name and picture labels from the templates. All right, let's get started with this. I'm going to go to a brand new screen to show you how you log in. So up here is CMT. You see it there? Once you click on that, you're going to see this. Now, the first thing to notice is that you will get a message saying, do you want to import your students from ESGI? And when you do that, it will automatically fill up your class list in CMT the very first time. But let's say that you get a new student. So you can click the Add Student button, and it's very easy to add a student. Okay, Moana is my student. I don't know what her last name is, but it autofills the gender because it recognizes that could be a female name. You can also change it if you want. And you can save and add another. If you're doing a big group of students, that will save you a lot of time. So I'm just going to save her name right here. Now she's on my class list. Now, please look at all the lists that you have. I know that you guys are keeping track of a lot of different things. So let's look at some of the things you might keep track of. Student ID number, birthday, how they get to school, what their bus number is, what their bus stop is, what their address is, as well as things like, did they turn in their homework? Just check it off. How about their behavior? If you use a color chart, you can put what they were on, what color they were on at the end of the week. If you like to keep track of who got which award when, here you go. You've got a list for that. You can also put some scores in as well. So this teacher was doing 1 through 10 counting, and then you can add a score for how that child is doing. So that kid made some good progress from the first week to the second week in counting. So these are pre-loaded lists that you can do, or you can make your own. So I'm going to show you today how to make a tab and how to make lists to customize CMT to work for you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a new tab, and I'm going to call it First Week of School. Because we do a lot of things in the first week of school that I want to capture, and I want to remember it. So that's my tab. I just clicked the plus sign and I added First Week of School. Now I'm going to add a couple of lists because I want to keep track of things. First thing, I want to do a first day of school picture. How precious are they on the first day of school of kindergarten? They're just so precious. You want to capture it. So I'm going to choose it as a picture list, call it first day of school, and save it. So that is right here now. And I'm going to do one more list because the first week of school, I definitely want to capture a writing sample. And again, I'm going to make it a picture because I'm going to show you how cool it is to take pictures of your student work. So save that as well. So here you go, 2 lists with all my kids here. And then I can take pictures. So it's really easy to do this. One thing I can do is on the first day of school, I can take pictures and load them into my computer if I want. And then when I click here, I go to add an image. It's going to take me right to my computer. I'm going to go to my desktop where I have all my students' photos here. I'm going to choose Alex and put him in and upload the image. So there's Alex. His first day of school picture is right here, and we're good to go. But an even easier way to do this is I'm going to click here and I'm going to use my phone. Now for a second, I have to get my phone set up so I can show you how to use it here on the computer. My phone has to talk to my computer, so it'll take just a second. I'm so sorry for the delay. But you can look at Alex's cute picture while I'm doing this. One moment. You know, when you try new technology, you just have to be patient, right? Here it comes. All right. You're going to love this. I just got this new technology. How amazing is this? You are now looking at my phone. Okay. I am going to go to my web browser right here, Safari. You probably all have that. And then I'm going to go to this URL, photo.classmt.com. So you're going to a URL in your browser. Once you're there, you're going to see this photo capture. Put in your username and password from your ESGI account. Okay. Now, once you do that, you sign in. Now, remember those lists that I created? I made a first week of school photo and a first week of school writing sample. Well, I can choose either one of those lists to take a picture for. So I'm going to choose first week of school, first day photo, and I'm going to find my friend Moana on here. Okay. Now, notice what pops up. Take a photo. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to go over to Moana, and I'm going to click a picture of her. Okay? I'm going to use the photo, and then I can crop it in any way I want there, make it bigger, smaller, and save it. So now I have my beautiful friend Moana. She's right there. In addition, I'm going to walk around with my students, and I'm going to watch them writing. And I'm going to come over to Moana's desk. I'm going to click Writing Sample. I'm going to click on Moana again and take a photo. And there's Moana's beautiful handwriting. I know as a teacher you can see that that was definitely written by a 4-year-old. And I can crop it there and save the new picture. Okay, so again, you're looking at my phone right now, but I'm going to go back to the CMT. Okay. And remember, I put those samples in there. I just need to reload it. And now they're going to go from my phone right into CMT. Isn't that amazing? There's Moana. There's a little face and her writing sample. If I click on her name, it pulls up both those things right at the same time. This is how you can start building a portfolio for your students, and you can do lots of different things with the Picture app. And so back to the, let me just show you one more time. Right here, the photo please excuse me, there we go. www.classmt.com/photo is where you're going to go for photo capture. And it was really easy to do on my phone, so I would highly recommend that you use that feature. Now, there's other things in CMT2 that are going to really make your life easier. Let me show you. These are called templates. And when I click the templates, what you're going to see are all these great ways that your student names can be displayed and printed. So what we have here are some Avery labels. So they match the Avery labels. You put them in your printer, and then you can print out labels with your student's name on them. So I know you use student names everywhere in your classroom. Here you go. You'd have labels with all your kids' names. Now, I didn't type any of these in. It's just pulling right from the CMT class list. I don't have to type anything. How about cubby name with pictures? Isn't that cute? So when they don't know their name, they can recognize their photo and they know which cubby is theirs. And then we have table nameplates. We even made some thematic. So if you teach shells, you can print those out, or you've got little gingerbread men. And name cards here. We even have Danielian font if you teach that. Name cards, picture names, so many different ways you can do this. Now here's a really great one. Name writing practice. Kids can trace over, and we made it gray so that it's really easy for the kids to trace over. If you click the print, it's going to print a name writing practice for every child. So as I said, the student name auto-populates in the template, so you don't have to worry about typing any students' names. And coming soon, we have editing the templates and creating your own template. But for now, if you'd like to suggest a template, you can always use this button over here to add to the gallery. So what do you think? I hope you see that this will save you a lot of time, because with ESGI, we're all about saving teachers time. And so it's really important that we continue to develop new products that will really help you save time. All right, thanks for hanging with me. We've got just a couple more slides here, and then we'll get to prizes, because I know you all are interested in who's going to win the prizes at the end. I mentioned that sometimes you want to know a little bit more about ESGI. Well, we just have a brand new onboarding module, we're calling it. It's online. It's a 30-minute or so individualized self-guided module that takes you through setting up your account, adding students, testing students, and parent letter and flashcards. So if you're interested in learning more about that, it will be coming soon to our website. So also check out our website and our social media for more information on the onboarding module. And you can see it's really cute. It's got music and takes you through those steps. All right, well, I got through all the new things, and now I want to know if there's any questions or anything that I need to go back and cover further. So I'm going to ask Jim if he wants to unmute and tell me anything.
Yeah, Rochelle, great job. There's a few questions about the levels of assessments that people can find in ESGI, and there were a few teachers asking about, could I use this for first grade or second grade or other grades besides kindergarten?
Absolutely. Let me show you how you can find that information. Let me close a few windows so we can go back and look at everything to do with tests. Again, is in the Test Explorer. Now here's how you can find tests related to your grade level. If you go back to this Friends of ESGI test, you can see that we have labeled some grade levels here. So Dee Dee Wills has some guiding math tests for K and 1. Heidi Songs has some for 1 and 2. And if you keep scrolling down, you can see pre-K, TK, and this one's pre-K through 3rd grade. So there's quite a few in here. But what I'd really recommend is that you don't go by grade level, you go by concept. So when you're looking for a concept, let's say money, put that in. Now some people might be teaching some money in kindergarten, some might be teaching it in 1st grade and reinforcing it. So instead of just labeling it 1st grade money tests, we just call it money tests, and then you can look and see all the different types of money tests that we have. So some of them counting money, reading and writing money, money earned versus gifts, identify ways to earn money. So there's just a lot of things about money. Some things to look at when you are looking for a test. Always look for the test name, who authored it, when it was created, and how many questions. So that will help you distinguish. Like this one here has 1 question. Probably not the best test for money. So again, when you like a test, you can add it to your account just by clicking down here. Or you can copy it and then add it to your account so that you can edit it. Okay? So yes, ESGI can be used for many different grade levels, so don't even worry about it. You can customize your account to meet your needs.
Great. We had a few other questions about grading periods or marking periods and how those were either set or can be reset.
Sure. That is in the profile. Now, when you set up your account, you created your marking period dates. So you can see here, it's got these marking period dates for this account. Okay. Now, if you're connected to a district, your district has set up the marking period dates for you, and you're not able to edit those. The person at the district level has to do that. And if there's an incorrect district marking period, then you need to contact us, and then the district person will need to be making that change for you. But if you are not connected to a district, you can go to your profile and you can edit your dates. I'm sorry, was there another part to that question?
No, that was it, but there's
Okay.
a somewhat related question that a few people are asking about. Can they share their tests with other teachers in their district, and how would they know if their district's already linked or not?
That's a great question. A really quick way to know is either in the profile, like we're here, and you can see that I am connected to the central school district, and it has the marking period dates here. That tells me I'm connected to a district and that I can share tests with other teachers in the district. Another way that you can tell is when you go to Test Explorer and you click on District Test. If nothing shows up, then you're not connected to anyone in your district. That's an easy way to see there too. Now, how do you get connected to your district? It's really simple. You just contact us with the help, contact us right here and send us an email and say, could I please be linked to my district? And then they will give you the information and they'll link you to your district. When you create a test, you automatically can share it with people in your district. If you create a test that you don't want to share with your district, then you can mark that it's not shared with anybody else.
Right, and there was a couple questions just like that, but I think you just answered it, and that is, if I just create my own personal test, other teachers can't see that, right?
Well, it's defaulted so that they can see it, people in your district can see it, but only in your district, but you can change that setting so that it's not shared if you don't want to.
And if I'm not linked in my district, then no one else can see my test if I just have an individual account.
That's correct.
Great. And there was another question, well, there were a number of questions about CMT, very specific things, and we didn't have a chance to answer them. Is there a way that we would answer these questions, or people could get answers to these questions after the webinar?
Sure. I think it would be great if we wrote an ESGI blog talking about some of the specific questions that they had.
Okay, that's good, because there were a number of questions about CMT and how to take pictures, and about the name tracing if people had longer names. And I know we could put together responses for those questions specifically after the seminar.
Sure.
That's about the most common questions asked here. I'm looking to see if there's anything else. One says, oh, grading scales. When will they have access to grading scales, and will there be some support videos on that?
Yes, absolutely. There'll be support, and by October 1st, everyone will have grading scales. It's kind of a staggered rollout of that feature, and so it will be, everyone will have it by October 1st. Some may have it before, but yes, a staggered rollout.
Great. Yeah, and that's about it for the common questions.
And don't forget, with grading scales, even if you get it October 1st, you can always go back and create the scale for tests that you've already done in ESGI from right now on. So don't even worry about it. It'll back, what do you call it? Not backdate, but your assessments can be graded.
Retroactively applied?
Yes, retroactively, that's a great one.
Oh, and a couple of people just asked, where would they find the ESGI blog if they wanted to look afterward or find out information about ESGI?
Sure, I can show you. Here's our blog right here.
Great. As usual, a lot of questions are asked about, will they be getting a link to this after the webinar so they can review it again?
Yes, absolutely. As soon as we're done here tonight, it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and then you will get an email with a link as well.
Great. Thanks, Rochelle.
You're welcome. How about some prizes? As a thanks for being on the webinar, we are going to pick 10 lucky winners, and those people will get an Amazon gift card sent directly to them. So just let's hear the 10 lucky winners. I think Melinda's going to take care of that for us.
I am. So I want to, if I call out your name, please comment in the question box so we know you're here. The first winner is Wendy Murphy. So Wendy Murphy. Janet Ryan is number 2. Janet Ryan, congratulations. Julie Cohen, C-O-H-E-N. Julie Cohen, are you here? Number 4 is Kelly Thompson. Congratulations, Kelly Thompson. Michelle Bonner. So congratulations, Michelle Bonner. Sheila Jones is number 6. So let us hear from you, Sheila. Number 7, lucky 7, is Valerie Sandroni. Valerie Sandroni. And number 8 is Pamela Bays, B-A-Y-S. And I love this name, number 9, Kayla Kennedy, K''L''A Kennedy. Very cool name, Kayla. Hope you're still here with us. And last but not least, the same last name as mine, Christine Cook. Congratulations, Christine Cook is lucky number 10.
Okay, that's so great. And we have all of your email addresses, and that's how you will get your Amazon gift card for the lucky winners. Thank you so much for being part of the ESGI What's New with ESGI webinar. And we hope to have these on a regular basis because we have so many wonderful things coming with ESGI that we want to share with you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Have a good night.